Hello, my name is Tyrese Millender, and this is my project named T.D.M. Okay, so about my game is a top-view strategy-based game where the player will be defending a research lab from a horde of aliens. You must try to survive until reinforcement arrive. More stuff to know about my game is that the mechanic it uses the most is placement holders. You can use the placement holders to move into combat against your enemies. Once you defeat the alien and survive the round, you gain resources, which you can then use to get more units. Before the round starts, you can either discard any units you have so you can get more resources back, or you can heal them so you can have them back for the next round. What you can do as soon as you defeat the aliens in one round and prepare for the next round, you can get better units such as the Hunter. The Hunter is a great long-range unit and deals huge amount of damage, but is extremely easy to kill. Unlike the Berserker. The Berserker is the complete opposite of the Hunter. He is very difficult to kill, but he doesn't do that much damage. The upgrades, there are three types of upgrades. The sword, meaning more attack power. The shield, meaning more defense. And the boots, meaning you can move across the map a lot more. There are four basic enemies. One being the warrior, which is the balanced enemy. The other one is the stalker. The stalkers are the enemies that deal a lot of damage and are extremely fast but are the easiest to kill. Next up is the brutes. Brutes are the tanks. They absorb a lot of damage and deal a decent amount themselves, but they move very slow. And the last one is the fire spitters. Fire spitters are long range units that has a decent amount of health. Now on to the bosses. Bosses, there are two types of bosses. One being the Brood Queen. The Brood Queen is the toughest unit to kill, while the Screecher does the most damage in the game. Okay, so rules about the game. One being there can only be 12 units on the field for every round. The second one being there you can only discard or heal up to 3 units. The third one being you can only upgrade a unit 5 times. There will be an example of this in the next slide. And the goals are pretty simple. The goal of the game is to survive 15 rounds, but every 5 rounds is a boss round. For this gameplay, let's say it's a boss round. The round started, the aliens are attacking on the right side. You have 3 units on the left side. Out of nowhere, the boss comes on the left side. You look at your unit's upgrades to see if you can take the boss. You send in the unit that is more of a tank to take the damage, while sending the other 2 units to help do damage in the flanks. Because of this, you chose the right choice. You killed the boss. Two games are similar to Man are Halo Wars because they're placement holders for their buildings, and Total War because of their upgrading system for their heroes. The risk of making this game is balancing and not enough actions. For balancing is fairly easy. I just have to make sure there are no units that are OP. Each unit must have its own weakness. For not enough actions, I will start by adding in more actions into the game, but if that does not work, I will make it a player versus player as well as player versus computer. The players will have the choice to either hinder the players or sabotage one of their units.